Howdy, hot shots. Dividend Daddy here, your favorite not a financial advisor with not financial advice. Whew, ULTY was cooking today. We're up 2.67-ish% on the day. It's pretty dadgum good, but there are a couple things that we should talk about. Number one is I'm really mad that today is the day that it decides to go up. All right, so I got my little flowery notebook here. Let's get into why I'm so upset that ULTY went up today. All right, why it went up today, why it wasn't up more today. All right, but we're on our way back up, boys. Hopefully it stays that way. We get green here pretty soon. I got a big old payment from ULTY. Let's check this little notebook. Today, between all my accounts, I broke $400. I got just over $400 for the week from ULTY. On my main account, I didn't do the math for all the accounts because I got it scattered about. But on my main account, I'm still in the red by $286.73. Assuming we have a good week and we don't go down. That's all we need to do is keep ULTY from going down on us. All right, I'll be in the green next week. That's what I'm looking at. As long as we don't go down, maybe even go up just a titchy. All right, we'll be in the green. Right now we got a 93.25% yield. All right, that was yesterday, so today it might be down just a smidge, and that's why I'm unhappy that it went up today. I got my drip. Today. Okay, reinvested at a terrible price. I only saw it at $5.74 and $5.75, but it reinvested me at $5.76. And that's why some of you people out there that have decided not to drip and just choose when you reinvest yourself, maybe you're making it a good decision. Now, for me, that makes a difference. I got 57 shares in my main account, so that would make a 57-cent difference. I mean, every little bit counts, especially if you're pinching pennies the way I do. But it's still not worth it for me to try to figure out that 57 cents. But I would have rather had this go up on Monday rather than today when my shares were getting reinvested. You know, I would have rather reinvested down there in the 560 range. Now, you people who got so damn lucky that you bought it in the middle of the night the other night at $4.59, immediately in the green by almost $100 per 100 shares, okay? And now you got a dividend payout to boot, a high one at 10.6 cents or whatever it was, and then you're getting free shares. You're getting free shares. ULTY was up 2.67%. You see, I got these figures here. Let's talk about it, though, because these are the holdings that it had as of yesterday. And so, obviously, they could have traded out some of them today. I didn't go through their daily trades. But I got all the returns from their stocks today. Now, some of you said that you sold out of ULTY after it went down and put your money in stuff that you thought would go up more. That might have paid off handsomely for you today, because even though we were up 2.67% on ULTY, my whole account was green. I mean, everything was green. It was like I was just looking at a sea of green. All right, so everything was looking good. In fact, if my account went up this much every single day, you and I wouldn't even be talking, all right? Because I'd be with Gag on an island, sipping Mai Tais. I could get rid of the Pall Malls and cheap vodka. I could be smoking Cuban cigars and drinking Mai Tais and watching the waves roll in, all right? That's what I could be doing if the accounts were this strong every day. But we have a firm was up 6.0. Here's the thing. Everything Bitcoin related was up today. Even my crypto account was up today. All right. So that's why we have a bunch of Bitcoin exposure in ULTY, because we have, look at everything we have here. We have Mara, we have Bitminer, we have Coinbase. We have a lot of stuff that is influenced by the crypto market. And so when Bitcoin is having a good day, boys, we having a good day. All right, that's what's happening. And when Bitcoin's having a bad day, it ain't looking too pretty for ULTY. So we've got some pretty big influencers here in the crypto market that are dictating whether we have a good day or not. I believe in the future of crypto. You know, it's pretty volatile, so there's a lot of income to be made on the premiums. So that's why we have a bunch of crypto stuff. But we have a firm is up 6.71%. Now remember, when you hear these numbers, ULTY was up 2.67%. So a firm was up over twice that much at 6.71%. AppLovin up 5.47%. ASTS up 4.65%. BitMiner, I can never remember what ASTS is. I've looked at it 20 times. I still can't remember. That's that old timers for you. BitMiner's up 12.07%. Webull up 7.99%. Coinbase up 6.52%. Credo up 2.87%. Galaxy up 7.03%. Robinhood up 2.84%. IonQ up 7.02%. Robinhood's listening to my conversations, all right, because I have not used Robinhood for years, but I was talking about Robinhood because they had the overnight market where there was that flash crash on ULTY, and I was saying, you know, I should probably start using Robinhood again just so that I have access to that 24-hour market. And now all of a sudden I'm getting emails and I'm getting stuff sent to me on Facebook and everything. So, Robinhood, they're spying on Dividend Daddy here, all right? IonQ up 7.02%, Mara up 5.03%, Nebius up 4.23%, Oklo up 4.75%. Notice a trend here. Palantir up 1.64%, Reddit down 0.61%, Rigetti Computing up 3.85%, Rocket Lab up 6.86%, SMCI, Super Microcomputer up 3.71%, SMR up 4.63%. Target up 2.25%. That helped me because remember I have some individual shares of Target too, so that helped me in two ways. Tesla up 6.22%. Unity up 7.94%. Great day. Upstart up 8.39%. And Workday down 2.77%. So you could see, if you average all these out, we had a return way bigger than the 2.67% that we had on ULTY. But if you remember on the downside, a lot of these stocks were down 5 or 6%, and ULTY was only down a couple percent. So it is being tempered going both directions. I told you, it takes the elevator up, it takes the it takes the elevator down, but the stairs up, right? Because it's capped in its upside by their short calls. But on the way down, we do have a cushion. We have a buffer with those protective puts that we have. And so what happens is if the stock price falls into the range that our protective puts are in the money, all right, when it starts going back up, it's not going to be one for one because as your stock goes up, those puts are going down in value. As your stock goes up, the short calls that we have are going up in value. So your movements are going to be tempered. You're going to have a cushion on the way down, and it's also tempered because your short calls are going down in value as the stock is going down. So it's tempered a little bit that way. Your short put, your long puts, your protective puts are going up in value as the stock is going down. So that tempers the move down. On the way up, your short calls are going up in value, and your long puts are going down in value. So that tempers your moves up. So as you can see, when the overall holdings are down like 5%, ULTY's down 2.5%. When the overall holdings are up 5%, ULTY's up 2.5%. Now that's just a wag. That's not exact numbers. Don't quote me. Tomorrow when stuff is up 6% and we're only up 1.5%, don't come back and say, well, Dividend Daddy said it's a 50% move. No, okay? It is tempered each way. That's what I'm getting at. So that's why even though a lot of the holdings are up 6, 7, 8%, we're only up 2.67%. Now, all of us are getting, not all of us, some of us take the income, but a lot of us are dripping our dividends. And so that might be a reason why the shares go up in price a little bit too. And so you could wind up paying a little bit more on your dripped shares because there's a big buying frenzy, right? That drives the market up a little bit. A lot of times those are reinvested at the ask price, But normally that's been a 1 cent spread on Schwab. And so I thought I should get my shares at $5.75, but they came in at $5.76. So they ganked a penny from me. I didn't look to see what Salty did. I would assume because it's such a green day in the market, Salty probably went down. I did not buy Salty. I told you I'm going to be buying some Salty, and I am going to be buying some Salty, but I'm waiting until the dust settles here. So I didn't really check that one out. You can let me know in the comments down below. I got $400 in 1 week, and I don't even have nearly as big holdings as a lot of people do. So why don't you put how much you made down in the comments off of ULTY today, because I want to see how much we're making as a community. All right, D-Gens, I'll talk to you later.